Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is going on? My name is M1K3 and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're gonna be going over how to become a top tier defensive player in Fortnite. Before we get into that, around 42% of you guys watching are not subscribed. So, if you have been enjoying the daily uploads, consider subscribing. Now, let's get into today's episode. The first fundamental rule of winning fights when playing defensively is always having a cone in your box. And I think everyone knows this tip, but very few players always, without exception, have the cone in their box. What I mean is that it's not good enough if you want to become a top tier defensively to only have a cone in your box 90% of the time. You need that cone in your box 100% consistently all the time. It's such a low effort thing you can do to instantly improve your defensive game. So why exactly is this cone so incredibly important? It comes down to two main factors. The first of which is not letting your opponent stare or cone you off. It's easy for your opponent to simply just place a stare and make a phenomenal right-hand peek in your box if you don't have a cone there, getting a free shot off and control over you during the fights. And the second reason is that coning your box gives you much better right-hand peeks. This is because you bump your head in the floor above you and fall down again much faster relative to if you don't have a cone in your box. This makes it at least 50% harder to hit you, and it will also naturally give you better right-hand peeks every single time. Moving on with the video, I want to talk about something that holds a ton of players back when it comes to winning fights defensively. And that's when they get hit for a lot of damage without dealing any back. Most players, when they are low on HP, tunnel vision on thinking, I need to pop shields, med mist, med kit, a big, whatever it may be. And this thought that you have to pop a mini, a big, or whatever is holding you back so much. Because a good aggressive player will not allow you to even pop a mini shield. So instead of thinking, I need to pop shields, think, I need to neutralize this fight by dealing damage to my opponent. That's the only way. Because tunnel visioning on popping heals will make you a bad defensive fighter. And if you play your cards right, you will easily be able to deal damage without taking any to the aggressive player W-keying you. And when you deal the damage, that's when you can take your time and pop your heals. So how do you deal damage without taking any back? Well, there are a lot of ways to deal damage without taking any back. Some of the tips I'm about to share are quite advanced and require a high level of timing and patience. So, let's get into them. The first way of dealing damage without taking any back is pre-firing your opponent when he goes on your wall. When it comes to this skill, you need to stay extremely patient, because if you shoot before your opponent breaks the wall, he will get a free shot off on you. And this can, and probably will, get you eliminated. But if you do have the required patience and manage to stay cool enough to not make any rash decisions, this is, in my opinion, one of the best ways to win fights defensively. The second way of dealing damage without taking any back is the Lodix door jump. This jump is ridiculously underrated and underused. What this means is that this play will 999 times out of 1,000 be unexpected when you're fighting defensively. Another incredible setup you can do is the one shown in the background footage right now. This will make your opponent believe you're popping minis in the box, when in reality, you are on the outside, ready to get a shot off. Trust me, try and start implementing this trick into your own gameplay, and you will see how incredible it actually is. The last way of dealing damage without taking any back is the top row edits. On this trick, you absolutely need a cone in your box. As mentioned earlier, you should always have a cone in your box. But if you ever miss it, this is definitely not the scenario to miss it on. I just want to say, before I show this trick, that if you forget your cone, you will most likely end up getting eliminated if you're against an OK plus player. Because if he places a ramp and you have the position I'm about to tell you, you're gonna end up getting eliminated before you even get to shoot. So what you want to do on the top row edit peak is edit the 3 top squares. Move all the way into the wall, crouch with a cone in your box. Then you want to jump up, shoot, and scroll wheel reset. On controller, this trick might be a little bit difficult. I am no controller expert, but considering you don't have scroll wheel reset, you will be at a slight disadvantage over a PC player. But try it out and let me know how it goes. Next up, we're gonna talk about never playing defensively from a single box. When you play defensively, you always want to build 2 boxes. The reason why 2 boxes are so much better is because they allow you to create angles you simply can't create with just 1 box. If you ever find yourself in a defensive situation, remember, build 2 boxes. This is one of the fundamentals behind succeeding defensively. Now I've talked a lot about what you can do as an individual player to succeed defensively. So I want to quickly touch on one of the most underrated tricks to winning defensively in duos. So this trick is so easy, it's almost laughable. But the fact that it's easy doesn't change its effectiveness. What I'm talking about is how to cone your opponent with 100% safety. So this trick all starts from inside your box. When doing this, it's incredibly important that you both have a cone inside your box and on top of your box. When you're positioned inside your box, what you want to do is double edit your floor and cone and use the grid system to place a cone over your wall and onto your opponent's head. Now, both you and your duo can shoot at your opponent with a wide peak, probably giving you that elimination relatively easily. For some reason, I have never seen anyone use this trick before, and I honestly believe if played right, it has some incredible potential. Listen guys, playing defensively comes down to a few things. First and foremost, understanding that a fight is not over even if you only have 1 HP. You can always turn around a fight with the right experience. In most cases, it all comes down to how confident, patient, and cool you manage to stay during these stressful and intense situations. And sure, you'll probably not win all of them, but giving it a proper go instead of just giving up when you're low on HP is infinitely better and will help you evolve so much faster as a competitive Fortnite player. With good enough peaks, good enough timing, and good enough patience, you can become a top tier defensive player. It's all up to you how good you become. Guys, that is gonna be a wrap for the 16th daily upload. I had a ton of fun making this video, as being defensive is unarguably the single thing I am best at when it comes to Fortnite fighting. I really hope you learned a thing or two and that you didn't know all of the things I said in today's episode. Other than that, please go on to have a wonderful day. You deserve it. My name is M1K3 Editz. Stay safe and take care.